Before we get started with our video detailing the best golf clubs on the market, we have included links in the description for each product mentioned, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting off with the best overall golf club, we have the Mizuno Golf MP5 iron set. Mizuno has long been one of the leading makers of blade-style irons that give experienced players the feel and comfort they need. The Mizuno Golf MP5 iron set is the best one you can buy. It's a complete set of irons, featuring a 3-iron through-pitching wedge. The set is expensive, but it delivers the kind of performance that experienced players want. Golf-A-Lot says it's important to remember these Mizuno clubs are aimed at low-handicap players, so you'll need some experience and skill to take advantage of the features of these irons. They'll even allow you to work the ball on approach shots. These Mizuno Golf MP5 irons are not quite your traditional blade style of iron. They have a slightly wider back that helps to give golfers a great feel and the ability to lift the ball properly. The Hacker's Paradise calls these irons a channel back style, as they have a bit more mass than a blade style to help create stability for off-center strikes, which may help average golfers. These irons also have a rounded edge that moves through the turf well without reducing club speed. Those with a consistent swing will be able to take full advantage of the quality of these MP5 irons, according to independent golf reviews. However, high handicap shooters will want to look elsewhere. Golf Assessor says you can create a variety of shots with these Mizuno irons, helping you work your way out of tough lies, but you also can create accurate approach shots with whatever trajectory you want. These clubs can do just about anything you need them to. Next up, we have the best complete set for beginners, which goes to the Callaway Strata set. There's no question that golf can be a very expensive game. Not only do you have to pay green fees, and for the first round at the 19th hole bar for missing your 3-foot putt for birdie on number 18, you also have to buy a lot of expensive equipment. So if you're just starting with golf and you aren't sure you'll stick with it, you'll love the Callaway Strata set, which delivers all of the basics that you'll need for a very reasonable price. This set is available in both men's and women's sizes, as well as in both left and right-handed orientations. Understand that this Callaway Strata set has a limited number of clubs. The women's Strata set ships with a driver, 5-wood, 5-hybrid, 7-iron, 9-iron, sand wedge, putter, and bag. The men's Strata set includes a 3-wood instead of a 5-wood, and adds a 6-iron and an 8-iron. You easily could spend as much for one high-end putter or golf bag as you'll spend on this entire set of clubs and bag. That alone tells you this set isn't aimed at low handicap shooters. However, as the Golf Guide for Beginners review says, the value beginning players receive with this club set and bag is impressive. Although the durability and quality of these clubs in the Strata set aren't perfect, they'll work nicely for inexperienced players who don't use them every day. You'll also be able to enjoy the game more with these clubs than an old hand-me-down set, according to Laser Golf Rangefinder. The Fast Learners review likes the overall feel these clubs deliver for the novice player. You'll receive a solid strike with these clubs, even if you can't precisely control the ball as you can with more expensive sets of clubs. Amazon reviewer Brett says these clubs are great for those just starting with golf. After all, why spend several hundreds of dollars on gear when you don't know whether you'll stick with the game? Up next, we have the best driver, which goes to the Ping G400. Ping has been at the forefront of recent upgrades to drivers, leading the change from a forward center of gravity club to a rear center of gravity. The idea behind the change was to continue delivering the length that forward-weighted drivers have, while giving off-center swings a bit more forgiveness. Ping's new designs have been popular enough that many driver makers have followed its engineering change. Ping's latest driver, the G400, incorporates the new design with just enough engineering tweaks to make this driver a tremendous performer. The sharp-looking Ping G400 is offered in both men's and women's styles. One owner, HDTV Man, says the G400 delivers on its promises of tremendous length with a much more forgiving sweet spot. The Golf WRX review likes the slightly smaller head size of the G400 versus other drivers and versus previous Ping drivers, as the smaller size allows for a slightly faster clubhead speed and a more forgiving contact point. Sometimes in a club design, the little things matter. The Ping G400 includes small raised areas on the top of the club near the face that help reduce friction with the air and give you a little more club speed, according to Spargo Golf. Even a slight improvement in club speed can yield several more yards on your drive. Golf-A-Lot says the G400 follows the recent pattern of high-quality drivers from Ping, giving you just enough improvements over its predecessor to make the G400 the new king of the hill. The G400 isn't cheap, so if you're happy with your current driver, you may want to stick with it. But if you're unhappy with your current driver, and honestly, who isn't a lot of the time, the Ping G400 is an amazing piece of golf technology. Next, we have the best wedge, which goes to the Titleist Vokey SM7 wedge. For most people, the wedge in the golf bag is the equivalent of the place kicker in football. You usually don't want to use one because it means you've made some sort of mistake previously, but when you're forced to use it, the wedge had better deliver for you. When you want the best control around the greens, a great wedge design is a must, and the Titleist Vokey SM7 family of wedges contains the best features and design that you'll find in this type of golf club, ensuring you can find a wedge, or two or three, that will match your game. The SM7 gives you great feel on short approach shots. This is an important feature for any wedge, as you'll be hitting this club with full swings, half swings, and everything in between. You need to be able to trust that you can make a variety of shots with your wedge, and the Titleist Vokey SM7 delivers on that promise. The design of the club head has changed a bit from the previous Titleist wedges, including the SM6, which we previously recommended. The back of the club has varying shapes based on the loft of the wedge, which is available between 46 and 62 degrees. This design affects the center of gravity of the club, ensuring a proper ball strike for the type of loft that's in use. When using a wedge with a low loft angle, you'll naturally strike the ball lower on the face. Along those same lines, ball strikes higher on the club face are common with higher lofts. The Titleist Vokey SM7's design adjusts the center of gravity for each different club loft to account for this difference. The Titleist SM7 wedges can be personalized nicely to your swing path and shot-making needs, according to Golf-A-Lot. It's probably no surprise that the Titleist Vokey SM7 wedges are extremely popular on the PGA Tour. Golf Monthly says the Vokey SM7 family lives up to its billing as a premium set of wedges, combining beautiful craftsmanship with outstanding design features. But there are so many choices and decisions to make that it may overwhelm high-handicap golfers. However, if you're a low-handicap golfer, the 23 different options with the SM7 wedges will serve you well, allowing you to make almost any shot you could ever need, according to Golf Digest, which awards the SM7 perfect scores in performance, innovation, and feel. Worldwide Golf Shop's reviewer, Johnny C., says the Titleist SM7 wedge gives him a lot of confidence in all kinds of shots around the green, from a sand trap or from the fairway. And for our last pick, we have the best hybrid club, which goes to the Ping G Series Hybrid. My first set of golf clubs was an old set, but it had every club in it. It even had a 2-iron, and for whatever reason, I loved using the club for a lot of different shots. A lot of people struggle with long irons, but my 2-iron was the go-to club for me as I was learning. Just don't ask me about the rest of my game. As I upgraded my clubs, I never found another iron set with a 2-iron, but I still liked hitting long irons. By sticking with long irons, this meant I was late to the hybrid club party. What a mistake. For mid and high handicappers, the hybrid club is a must-have option in your bag. It looks a bit like a small wood, delivers a better sweet spot than a long iron, and can handle a multitude of lies. If you don't have a hybrid club in your bag yet, it's well past time to add one, and the best option is the Ping G Series Hybrid. The Ping G Hybrid delivers an impressive feel that will give you great feedback on whether you've made solid contact, according to Plugged In Golf. One Ping G Series Hybrid owner agrees, saying Ping's hybrids consistently outperform those from other companies. The slight changes in the design of the G Hybrid versus previous Ping hybrid clubs gives it more length. Today's golfer likes the slightly raised areas on the top of the club near the face, called turbulators, to keep the club on a steadier path to the ball, which delivers better length. Some players also may notice slightly faster club speeds with the turbulators. The Golf.com review agrees, saying many players pick up half a club length versus other hybrids by using the Ping G. It also allows you to make great shots from all kinds of lies, which is why many people want a hybrid club. The Golf-A-Lot review says the club works and feels more like a wood than an iron, which is different from some hybrid clubs, so make sure you're comfortable with that type of style before purchasing it. So that sums up our top golf clubs. We hope you enjoyed.